Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to game number 3 of the ESL Benelux Championship. We're going to be looking at Asterion facing off against the team of Sensei Esports, the rebranded Enigma Benelux. With me, I have Rapid, and he's casting all the way from Esports Heaven, Korea. And Rapid, we've been seeing some really good games up till now. What do you expect of this one?
Well, if your definition of good games is, lots and lots of people dying everywhere, then you are a sick man, Techno. But they have actually been very good from a individual skill level point. We've seen very dominant victories by the top two teams in the Benelux Championship, and so no real surprises there. But now we kind of get to a little bit more of the middle of the pack or the bottom of the pack, depending on how you want to look at it. We've only played through 2 weeks so far, and now we get a chance to see two teams that haven't necessarily, had a chance to really prove themselves yet. So we'll see if they can do that here tonight.
Well, there's only one way to, like you said, one way to find out, and that's just to keep watching. In the meantime, though, bans coming out. We have Zach being removed, and we called it last game. There's way too much bouncing in League of Legends, and they immediately get banned.
We did talk about that, yeah. So no more bouncing here. Also, the Swain ban, kind of interesting versus Whippo, most likely. Not too sure Swain is really worth a ban. He's very strong right now, but pretty situationally. And I think it's if you guys want to get some ELO and solo queue versus specific matchups, grab Swain. He's pretty good, but in organized play, he kind of just gets kited really easily, and then Mortal Reminder gets bought, and he just doesn't heal anymore.
Well, doesn't heal anymore is a little bit, exaggerating. It's 40%.
Okay, essentially, right.
Essentially, he still heals, just not as good. But yeah, Mortal Reminder is like the bane of all healing champions. Nevertheless, so we have now Kindred coming out, and she has been banned, or it has been banned, every single game up till now. And, well, here it is. Comes into play, but you leave open Lucian and Braum.
I think it's technically they have been banned, because it's Kindred and Wolf.
Oh,
kind of like if you're playing with Quinn and Valor is technically the name of the champion when it was released. But either way, yeah, that combo, the Brombo combo, that's not something you just let through lightly. I know it's something that you actually mentioned a little bit earlier. That was a good combo. And Lucian probably the strongest AD carry right now. I know a lot of definitely top 2, top 3. So definitely a very strong pick to see. However, it definitely does require you to still be good at that. And Senpai still having a little bit left to prove for the Sensei. Man, I'm going to make that mistake all the time. But Sensei Esports having a lot to prove to climb their way up to the likes of teams like EC Visualize that we just got done seeing.
Yeah, true, but if they win this one, they will be in 3rd place. I mean, with Freelo Baby, they have now played 2 matches and only won one of them, which means that, Sensei is going to just fly past them. However, if we have Asterion winning here, then suddenly we have a 3-way tie on 3rd place. We have Freelo, Sensei, and Asterion, so that's also an interesting thing that might happen in the near future. So yeah, it's very curious.
All kinds of ties. Actually wearing a tie right now, so that could be yet another tie, possibly. Not necessarily one that matters quite as much, but interesting to see the Gragas pick up. That Gragas is actually the top lane. You can make top lane Rek'Sai work, but probably going to see a top lane Gragas. So what do you pick into that? I mean, the Echo's already been chosen, so most likely that's a top lane Echo, but definitely a flex pick that could still go mid.
Yeah, it's very curious, but yeah, picking up the Ryze here would not be that bad. I mean, Ryze can also just go to any of the can go, basically into a support role as well. You don't see that anymore, but it is theoretically possible. Then again, it's also theoretically possible to jungle with him, but I wouldn't advise that either. But
I would advise most things that you would advise Techno.
That seems like a plan. In any case, Ryze makes a lot of sense. I think he's pretty decent against Gragas because he's quite, I feel he's quite mobile and he should be able to keep up with Gragas' damage. So if they really don't want to be playing Echo against the Gragas, then they can just choose to send Ryze there instead. So
Rye is definitely a champion that you do have to watch out for. We saw Exhaust being picked up just to limit the damage that we've seen from Rise, so might be a choice there for the mid lane situation, but still waiting for that last pick.
yeah, another option for them would, of course, be, like you said, putting Gragas in the middle lane, but with the Lissandra pickup, that's probably not going to be happening. So we have our lineups. We have Gragas in the top lane versus, I guess, Echo then. That would make the most sense, especially with the cleanse on the side of Sebs. We have, well, the jungle is Rek'Sai versus Kindred. And that's actually something I want to ask. How much Rek'Sai have we been seeing in the past few weeks? I haven't seen
Rek'Sai
much
is a champion that's starting to come back into the meta. And I mentioned an article earlier on LoL King. It was about champions that were pretty strong and then fell out of the meta. They're starting to come back. Rek'Sai definitely on that list. So you're going to start to see a little bit more. Not necessarily for any reason. You basically just go Warrior Enchant, Titanic Hydra, and that's all the damage that you need. And it does allow you to do very key things early on, because early jungle power is starting to be a little bit more valuable with early dragons being possible, and the ability to go for some crazy lane rotations. Now that jungling's a little bit weirder because of the way experience works in the jungle, so it can be very interesting. Also, another great thing about Rek'Sai is that she enables your 1-3-1 strat, because she can just ult to one of your side lanes and be there. A lot of global pressure. So an interesting last pick. I definitely think that Sensei Esports will have a lot of their work cut out for them. They do have a very strong, solid lineup with a very strong AD carry right now, but you just look so many power picks over across on the blue team. That's the blue power picks are just there. Alistar, some nerfs, but still does Alistar things. Rise, incredibly strong still. 100% pick or ban rate so far in LCK. So definitely a champion that you're going to be forced to respect one way or another.
Well, to be honest, we've been seeing a lot of Alistar here in the ESL Benelux Championship as well. And I can remember a game, it wasn't that long ago. It involved an Alistar and a turret. And what have we learned from that game?
Well, usually you do not want to combine those two and then put your bodies there. In general, you want to keep you want to keep your bodies as far away from Alistar as possible. That's generally good advice. So if you learn nothing else from watching this stream, keep your bodies away from Alistar. You don't want to get up close and personal with that cow.
Yeah, definitely, especially when he's not in the mood. In any case, speaking of the rest of the pickups here, we have Caitlyn versus Lucian. So we were already talking a little bit about Lucian and his ability to pick up the Yomu's Ghostblade, but we also see the Black Cleaver immediately coming after that one. That's something that is quite popular in Korea, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, definitely. Black Cleaver, Yomu's Ghostblade, you're going to want to see those two items on Lucian. And the thing that's so good about that is that the Yomu's Ghostblade gives you flat armor penetration. So when your opponents don't have a lot of armor penetration, then percent penetration doesn't work very well. So you get the flat penetration early, and then once they do have a lot of armor, the Black Cleaver percent armor penetration does excessively well. So it really, really does combine very well. And I think a couple seasons ago, penetration was actually changed to be much stronger, where you actually penetrate percent first and then flat. Previously, It was actually the other way around, so it was actually a bad combination because they would hurt each other's penetration. But now it actually does work very, very well. Solution very difficult to deal with.
I'm definitely very happy that they actually changed that, because it made no sense. You were punished for buying armor penetration items that made no sense in general. Nevertheless, though, we're about to hop into the game itself. I'm hoping it will work out, Rapid, but I'm pretty sure we're going to make things happen here on the ESL Benelux stream. And ladies and gentlemen, don't forget that if you are interested in actually watching this live, the finals will be live in the Amsterdam Arena, also for CSGO and for Hearthstone. So make sure to get your tickets on eslbenelux.nl. And also at that tournament, there's going to be a massive exposition with, or at least an exposition with games, so you can actually game yourself if you don't feel like watching games all day or are just waiting for the final. So there's a lot of stuff that can actually happen there. And yeah, let's see what this game will bring us. And from what I've been told, we actually have the team of Fnatic who will also be there in
one way or another.
Yeah, in one way or another, yeah, exactly.
There will be a Fnatic presence at the event, so if you guys are fans of them or just want to check out some great Benelux Esports, it's pretty much the best place to do it. So, I mean, plus it's the Amsterdam Arena. How many opportunities do you get to go there that involve video games? I'm pretty sure none, but it's a great place to go regardless of that. It's certainly a great occasion to be there.
Exactly. All right, Rapids, tell me, what do your Hawkeyes see?
My Hawkeyes see currently a black screen with a mouse on it.
Excellent. So that at the very least it's something as we're loading into the game.
One step at a time. Yeah, you gotta take your little blessings.
Exactly. So it looks like we're slowly but surely loading into the game, and Rapids, very standard items being picked up here on both sides. And the only difference, once again, being the jungler choosing the refillable potion, refillable potion, and the actual normal potions.
I think it might help if you made your game windowed mode. Just saying, that might be something to try. But in the meantime, okay, yeah, anything for science, techno, we're just trying new things here, trying to get this game underway.
Does this assist? Oh, let's see if it works this time. This is the. Let's see if. Yeah, I'm going to try and fix it for you. It should be in just a bit.
All right, yeah. So just one step at a time. Of course, everybody watching, they can see everything as so it's one of the pleasures of being a viewer. So you get to the full experience. But just taking it one step at a time, and yeah, it is up right now. So super excited that now I can join in on checking out exactly what's going on. Minions have spawned, Techno. How excited are you for that?
Woo!
Okay, that's an appropriate response. Good to see Techno up here in full force, and very glad to be here with you guys for the last game of the evening. This is week 3 of the Benelux Championship, and super excited to be here. Almost excited to be here with all of you guys watching as I am to be here casting with Techno.
Yeah, it has been quite a while since the last time, but let's take a quick look at how this game is already progressing at the start. Bottom part of the map, well, both of the all 4 of the bot laners going for that camp, so they will be giving that to their AD carries. So both of them will be hitting level 2 at relatively the same time. And of course, both of the junglers starting on the top side of the map. So, okay, actually, Tigers had just slightly ahead of Moonman right there.
Right, yeah, only slightly, and there really shouldn't be too many, big things to talk about, at least this far in the game. Just starting to see the jungle paths, so both junglers starting on their second camps right now, or first camps, so starting on the top half and moving towards the bottom.
Yeah, Trunks now a little bit faster than Brooder, but I guess it's also down to the difficulty of the camps, of course. Top camps. Correction, the red side camps, I believe, are a little bit tougher than the blue side camps, or is that just based on the jungler itself?
It is definitely based on the jungler. You do take more damage from some camps than others. If you smite the Cinder Hulk, or not Cinder Hulk, the red Bramble back, you do get some health back. So sometimes junglers will make their path work around that.
Yeah, Brooder now slowly but surely moving towards the blue buff, and his opponent Trunks going to take out the Razorbeak camp. Actually gets the Razorbeak. No, doesn't have Smite available, so just has Gift of the Toadstool. So not really that interesting. Although both junglers, are they going to be running into each other because they're relatively close to each other?
It does look like as the blue buff does get done, the biggest thing to watch out for here is CC, and with Rek'Sai only having the CC of tunneling underneath his opponent, that's really the only way that he would have had to catch Kindred. And as you saw right there, not a whole lot of potential. Just going to see her flip her way away back through her jungle. keep that going on. Kindred actually a really interesting champion. Now, certainly one of the strongest junglers, but I think one of the things that really changed that is the addition of the Bloodrazor back into the game. Now Kindred does not need to farm forever and stack up anything else, but oh man, action in the bottom lane.
Yeah, exactly. Tiger's Head is already backing away, but here's the teleport coming in from top lane. Or is it actually the middle lane? It's the middle lane Knights. Well, hello and good night as he takes down one of them. Will he actually take down Forsaken as well? Forsaken flashing away immediately. Everyone else
so low.
Actually takes down, and actually the top lane, we also saw Milkshaker going down. So that's people down on the blue side.
Yeah, it brought all the boys to the yard and is not necessarily the ones that he wanted there. Kills in every single lane, and they're all going the way of Sensei Esports, formerly known as Enigma International. Well, they are showing why they are definitely deserving to be here in this tournament. 3-0 start here, and we're less than 5 minutes into the game.
Well, to be fair, it has been quite exciting tonight. No very long lane phases without any kills. Action all over the map, and I can't really be unhappy with that, especially if we're looking at what happened 2 weeks ago, where basically every game was decided, oh yeah, there's no kills during the laning phase. Oh wait, there's a Baron. Oh wait, it's game over. That's basically how week 1 went, Rapid. So I'm already happy that this is not the case again.
Enigma Benelux, minor correction there. I think I said Enigma International, but I've had a lot of Enigmas with Enigma, so I feel like that's a little bit more appropriate there. But action in the bottom lane. They're trying to force out aggression so that Kindred's presence here will be good, but not really making a whole lot out of it. We see Rek'Sai
they actually go in. Yeah, immediately. Fortunate is right there, taking a lot of damage, but doesn't break walls, keeping him alive. Look at the damage reduction right there. Now Tiger's Head should be able to turn it around. This Bruder's coming in from the rear. Oh, there's Sweepo as well. He teleported in from the back, and now they're on to Trunks, but Trunks is just a little bit too fast. And Forsaken, well, his life is forsaken as he will be going down. And are they going to? Yes, they give it to Tiger's Head. 4-0. And, well, he's very quick to pull the trigger here as he, accelerates to a massive lead of 1,500 gold 6 minutes in over his counterpart, Caitlyn.
Wow, 5-0. I thought it was bad at 4.5 minutes. Now it's just over 6, and now 5-0. And we saw last game there was a 3-kill Alistar very, very early in the game. Well, that's on support. This time around, 4-0 on your 80 carry. It's like they're just sending champions one after another into Sensei's bottom lane.
Word. Look at the damage here onto Moon, and he just gets obliterated. Tiger's Head actually gets knocked back into tower range. But because the minions were there, it didn't aggro on him, and now they actually take the dragon. No, they decide to back away from the dragon. But this team, wow, Sensei, is just obliterating their opponents right now. Now they're even looking at the middle lane. Oh boy, look at Sebs.
Oh. Sebs, hello Sebs, please respond. Is he going to respond in time, Techno?
That's a good question. But look at Bruder. Bruder, unfortunate. Oh, they're going to jump over the wall. That has to be the case.
Oh my god.
He didn't get over the wall and Seth flashes away.
But yeah, that's I don't think that's quite the way they planned on making that play happen, Techno.
I'm pretty sure they tried to make Brown jump together, but it was quite funny to see. Brown is here. No, you're not.
Yeah, nope, sorry. Not gonna make that one happen. You cannot stand.
Yeah, another fight. Exhausted goes down, and that breaks the fight. But yeah, Rapids, 2 levels
forcing out summoner spells is still always good. But yeah, that level advantage is ridiculous. Caitlyn is supposed to be a very lane dominant champion, but you can't really do a whole lot when your opposing 80 carry is 5-0 and is almost on his Yomu's Ghost Blade, whereas Caitlyn's got a dagger to Techno. Normally, if you came at me with a dagger, I'd be actually kind of scared. Unless I also had like a ton of swords and hammers and all kinds of stuff to throw back at you. I'm not quite as scared there. But action in the top lane.
Yeah, action in the top lane. Milkshaker immediately popping his ult right back onto Bruder, but Trunks tried to help Milkshaker, who was already gone. So this time it wasn't Milkshaker who was the problem. As Bruder and Wipo just obliterate the legendary Trunks.
Yeah, unfortunate. Is that really legendary Trunks? That's like Super Saiyan, man. That's what he's just a dude with a sword. I was like, well, if he can do all this cool stuff, why does he need a sword? But culling in the bottom lane just to try to clear out the wave and put down a little bit of harassment. But man, culling just, I don't know about you, Techno, but it feels like culling actually just does 0 damage.
Yeah, they should rename it to the cuddling instead. But
that is true. A big fan of that. Actually, it used to be Annie's support was really popular, so she'd run Panda Annie and have that big teddy bear. So she would be cuddling that, and I used to call the Annie Lucian lane the cuddling. Because that's pretty much what she did. She just cuddled you with Tibbers, and then Lucian cuddled you with his ultimate, and that was generally a pretty not cuddly situation.
Definitely, but this is also not a very cuddly situation. 5-0 on Lucian, and you can just see Moonman and Forsaken desperately trying to stay ahead. They're trying to call for the help of Trunks, but Bruder, he's brooding. He's waiting there, waiting for the possibility. Actually, does he have vision on Kindred yet? No, he doesn't. It's too far away, and Kindred actually backs away, so Trunks... Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what Trunks has to do at this point. Get the Blood Razor. I guess that's priority number 1.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as soon as you have that, it's a huge power spike, and there is a lot of scaling there. Rise, Kindred, they both scale up incredibly well, so definitely some hope in the future.
Well, or in the past, because that was...
yeah, that was like, there used to be some hope there.
well, the Time Machine actually... was called Hope, if you go back in the series. But,
oh my gosh. Techno, your references are out of control.
I know. In the meantime, though, bottom lane, Moonman and Forsaken trying to get all the advantages that they can, take down the Crux, but now they're in a lot of trouble. Fortunate, like I said, moving in, tower goes down. Ruder's here as well. Here's the Glacier Fisher. Forsaken, yeah, goodbye. He's dead. There's no chance.
Good. Yeah, he has forsaken the life of the living for at least about 30 seconds. And yeah, we'll be seeing him back here in a little bit, but definitely on the receiving end of a lot of struggles this game.
Yeah, mid lane though, Sebs seems to be at the very least keeping up with Knight. So let's see, it's a Man of Gold. Yeah, 400 gold advantage for Knight here, but that's most definitely a result of all those towers going down. So, and of course the 2 assists, but mostly the towers. Top lane fight breaking out between Griepo and Milkshaker, as well. Trunks is once again coming in. Can Griepo actually escape this one? Well, that's going to be interesting. Oh, here's the teleport. He doesn't need to escape. Immediately goes in. The explosive cost is available immediately. Trunks goes down. Actually uses his ult to try and stay alive. But here's Bruder as well. And yeah, Trunks flashes away and dies.
Yeah, I was gonna say that flash. I don't know if you really need to use it there. It felt like kind of desperation. Like, I really hope this works. But I think in his heart of hearts, he probably knew he was pretty dead.
And I'm pretty sure that the team of Asterion right now knows, okay, we're pretty much dead in the water right now, but we need to, at the very least, start plugging the holes first. Fix your boat first, and then start getting rid of the water.
Things are starting to get a little bit out of hand. Okay, a lot out of hand. I currently actually cannot see what is happening, so that makes it okay. There we go. All right, and on command, we're back, and I can actually tell what's going on. So
excellent.
Nice to see that. Used to be secret agent status with the 7-0 or the 07, but now we are 09. Upgraded, a couple of extra kills coming in, and I mean, we were talking about how getting the Blood Razor was going to be a big power spike for legendary Trunks, but he's going to have to go legendary in order for it to turn this game around.
Well, at the very least, that Blood Razor is going to make tackling and Bruder a lot easier. Bruder, up till now, has only been stacking health, and that means that there's not that much that will prevent Trunks from actually shredding right through him. Next item, I guess Runan's Hurricane. That's what we usually see, right?
Yeah, traditionally you do see a lot of Runan's itemization. You can actually go a couple of other builds if you want to. You can go for an early, I don't know really what else you would go. Last
King,
Whisper.
perhaps?
But Blade of the Ruined King, if you want to go for the 1v1, but I feel like at this point it's kind of redundant. You should probably just go for as much damage as possible. So yeah, Runan's does seem pretty likely.
Speaking of a lot of damage, look at the top lane. Towers going down. There's nothing they can do in bottom lane. Actually, another fight breaking out. Trunks gets spotted out. Weepo and Knights. Yeah,
wow.
Trunks is dead.
Yeah, Trunks his ultimate ability, he kind of wishes that were available to be used, but turns out when you actually just get crowd control for your entire health bar, doesn't matter really what your ult does, because you don't get a chance to use it anyway.
This is definitely the case. In the meantime, though, top lane push onto the top lane second tier turrets. Although they seem to be backing away and looking to perhaps grab the Rift Heralds. That's actually not that bad of an idea. Yeah, they're just going to pick that one up. Interesting choice. They have decided to leave the dragon as is.
Yeah, it's interesting to see teams prioritize Rift Herald over Dragon. It's certainly not something I ever really expected to see with previous iterations of the Rift Herald, just because it was so temporary. But this Rift Herald, still temporary, but it lasts a very, very long time. And interesting to see them give it to the jungler, because you would expect to see that on a top laner, given how well it works solo. But it's just so strong as an individual buff. And oh man, might see Bwipo in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, Bwipo is in a lot of trouble. The rest is actually coming in. Trunks taking so much damage right now. Actually pops his ultimate just to try and stay alive. Fortunate to stay inside of the circle so he can stay alive as well. But now it's Asterion trying to turn things around. Senpai, Sensei actually on the retreat as Bruder and Knight are desperately trying to escape from all of these members just, well, rolling in. Knight in even more sorts of trouble. Actually doesn't have his ultimate, so just gets taken out.
Hold on,
and suddenly,
is happening.
Kills.
3 for 3. What's interesting is 3 for 0. So they go from being 10 kills up to just losing a fight, trying to fight one by one, and maybe even a dive coming in.
Oh my word! Here's the dive straight into Bwipo. Bwipo just gets obliterated, and now they're focusing their attention onto Bruder, who is even forced to flash out. And I wouldn't see that one coming. I didn't even expect this was possible. Now Bruder trying to knock up Moonman. Well, he does manage to take out Moonman, chasing down Milkshaker, so they were just a little bit too deep as Milkshaker pops his ultimate, gets a little bit of health, but yeah, a little bit too deep. They should have backed away immediately after that.
I was going to say, that's the fight that I expected to see earlier, and still trying to get back to base. There's nothing guaranteed there, a little bit of slow there on the Sebs, but oh man, gotta play it careful. You take your win and get out. Like you won a team fight. You got some objectives. It's more than you could ever ask for. Just chill out. You got a lot of kills there on a Kindred, which is a great place to have them.
Yeah, especially with the tanky members of their team in the form of Bwipo and Bruder, because Bwipo has been building quite tanky. Spirit Visage, and will be building into the Iceborne Gauntlets from the looks of it.
Right, and Caitlyn was forced to go Runan's Hurricane first. She is not going to be a source of damage. She just does not deal damage at this point. So Kindred is where you want all your gold to go. Your opponents are building lots of health, not lots of armor, and so it's a great time to be Kindred.
Definitely, and well, to be fair, Trunks now with the Zeal in tow and the Boots of Swiftness can just chase down anyone and take them down in a 1-versus-1 duel. So seems, yeah, like you said, very good here that they put some kills onto Trunks, but yeah, they also need to learn not to go too deep when you actually win. So
I feel like that's something that just about every team could learn a little bit more of, because it does seem that even like super disciplined teams, every once in a while they'll just go inexplicably dive the Nexus and lose the game. So always want to just play it safe.
Yeah, definitely. Now, finally, they decide, okay, we want this dragon. I mean, it took them only 17 minutes to try and take it. Oh, Trunks manages to survive, just barely.
I was gonna say, if there's one thing that Kindred is very capable of doing, surviving is definitely it. So, has died 4 times, so maybe not as capable as I'm making it out to be, but did survive there. So I guess that's good.
Yeah, it's quite an interesting phenomena, to say the least, this Kindred here. In any case, let me actually check where we can see the next fight breaking out. Well, it's going to be Trunks actually taking quite a few shots to the face. Bruder now getting chased down here by Trunks. But will he actually go down? No, they're looking to turn it around. And it's just a little bit of a face-off here, Mexican standoff rapid. Neither team really wants to be going in, and to be fair, Knight is not there. So
that is true, and you definitely need to be fighting 5v5s at this point. Echo is decent on the split push, but I don't really think that's not going to help out when he's dead.
Yeah, exactly. I can only but echo that that remark. In the meantime, though, Forsaken going in, and once again under the turret with an Alistar there. Not really the place they want to be, but in this case, it was okay because the one who got targeted managed to dash away. Immediately, Bripa now coming in. Legendary just gets obliterated. Doesn't even have a chance. Up his ultimate, and now Forsaken. Yeah, you're dead. Good. Or actually, is he? Well, they're trying to chase him down, but his ultimate's actually keeping him alive. Literally unbreakable. And yeah, wow. I expected our good friend Alistar to actually go down there.
I did too. Unfortunately, I lost my ability to see the screen at that very moment, which was highly unfortunate. But yeah, I definitely expected it to techno. I don't know what happened.
Well, perhaps the game was so intense that the connection didn't.
I just like, this is too much for human eyes.
Yeah, but then the game doesn't realize you're in Korea.
Oh, that's true. That's.
I mean,
probably
that already gives you quite like. You're probably like leagues better than me right now.
I haven't actually gotten a chance to play Korean solo queue yet, but I'm sure when I do, I'm going to go from being decent at the game to having a few things to learn.
Open mid. Rapid joins the game. Open mid.
I mean, to be fair, this game is not really about open mid. It's about open bottom lane at 9-0-1 Lucian. Okay, we get it. You're pretty good.
Yeah,
doesn't take a lot of convincing there.
Ooh, Bruder actually got knocked out of his dash. Now he's going to try and do a 1 versus 2. Actually flashes over the wall. Milkshaker trying to assist in taking down Bruder, but is caught out by 2 more. And now a massive circle by Trunks. Nevertheless, though, they take down 2-3. Yeah, it's ridiculous the amount of damage that Sensei is doing here.
Yeah, Bwipo there finalizing that kill. And now straight on to Baron. I don't think there's too much to worry about here. Baron dropping just incredibly quickly, so should see this not last for very much longer. There's some low health bars there for Bruder, but I don't think he has too much to worry about. And that'll be Baron and Nashor being taken out in just about 21 minutes, so wasting no time. And that is a very, very good spot to be in. 17-4, the score here, just about 20 minutes in. And yeah, turns out Sensei are gonna show why maybe they should be renamed to Senpai, because that's pretty much what they are right now.
Or Sandstorm, that's also possible, because
No, it's not. It's not possible. I decided. I just passed like binding legal legislation.
It's not possible.
Nope.
I would say that's very rude of you.
Sorry to crush your hopes and dreams there, Techno. It's not gonna happen. Speaking of crushed hopes and dreams, this game is full of them. And to be fair, today has been, I want to say, pretty full of those crushed hopes and dreams. Because so far, we've only seen relatively one-sided games. And it does not look like this game is any different. Those 4 kills, a little bit of a mystery to me. I have no idea how things went that badly.
Maybe a little bit of overconfidence there by Sensei. That's most likely it.
They were kind of feeling themselves. They're like, all right, we're pretty strong, we're pretty powerful, but not when you walk in one by one. So that is the key of the game to losing it for Sensei if they don't fix that. And it certainly looks like they have given Asterion a little bit more respect as the game goes on.
Yeah, and Asterion is now in a very bad spot. That Mega Cannon is now just going to keep firing at the turret, just going to continuously damage it and force Asterion to make a choice. Do we want to fight a Baron buff team? Or, well, now they don't have a choice. Knight goes in. And immediately, just look at the explosions everywhere. Explosive cost has already been used now here. Also, Frozen 2. Keeping Knight alive and they're chasing down Milkshaker. Milkshaker goes down. And where's the next target? Where have they put it? Well, they're already all dead, Rapid. All the targets are dead. It's,
all the targets are dead. All your base are belong to Sensei right now, as they are crushing through. They take that inhibitor down and just make that easy rotation down towards the bottom half of the map. You have to tank things up maybe a little bit, but there's already a fresh wave of Baron buffed up minions just ready and waiting there for you to push in on to get another turret. That turret is actually very low. It has about 400-500 HP on it, so definitely vulnerable, but better safe than sorry. We talked about learning your lessons, something that Sensei needed to do, and they are doing that. Not overextending, kind of learning from their opponents there, just going back to base.
Yeah, smart move. Smart move. 15,000 leads. They had a lot of gold to spend. And now let's take a quick look at the items here. Bripo picking up another Spectre's Cowl, so that's most likely going to be the Banshee's Veil. Can't be anything else, actually. And now, oh my word, Trunks finds Brooder. Or is it Brooder finds Trunks? I'm not entirely sure, but Trunks barely manages to escape. And Brooder, well, needs to be a little bit careful here, but Fortune is there as well. There's the jump, straight onto Forsaken. Forsaken immediately with the Pulverize. There's the culling coming out, but is it going to be enough damage? Forsaken, look at that amount of damage. Forsaken gets obliterated. And, well, Knight is now also here with a massive wave of minions, and that turret is dead.
Not going to be lasting very much longer, and to be fair, I'm impressed that this game has lasted very much longer after such a dominant push down mid lane and then bottom.
Well, this is just an incredible engage here.
Wow.
Yeah, just saying, okay, Asterion, yeah, you might be in your base, but we're also in your base. we're not locked in here with you, you're locked in here with us.
You're locked in here with us, yeah, that's exactly a well memed techno, very accurate comparison.
I am master memer.
Oh God. Get me out of here.
In the meantime, though, they're moving to the end of the game. It is going to be the team of Sensei Esports who will be taking out Asterion and, well, solidifying themselves in the top 4 for now.